third year.
In OJ Magazine.
Okay, cool. You're like the girls there doing that.
So I have a question, just two guests.
And you?
I'm from SAIF and I'm doing hotel management.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Van Nederland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, ook.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do it all in English.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
How good is your Dutch?
Ik praat een beetje Nederlands, maar ik wil een beetje meer Nederlands leren.
Huh?
Oh, dan doen we het toch gewoon in het Nederlands?
Ja, maar ik kan just something like this. I just say something like that. Hey, lekker meisje. Hoe gaat het met jou? Maak ik 2 biertjes alsjeblieft? Maak ik 2 biertjes alsjeblieft? And something else. Oh, and all the bad stuff, but I don't learn that anymore. And all the bad stuff. This kind of things.
Yes, of course I can.
Hey.
Yes, am I clearly visible, hearable and smiling? Yay.
Yeah, where's my hair and
Yeah,
makeup?
just remove it.
Yeah,
This is,
I don't have makeup as well.
Yeah, can I get makeup?
Yeah, hello.
Where's the makeup artist? 4 minutes.
4 minutes, that has to be a quick one. Do you eat your apple?
Oh yeah, what was the apple for? For the apple item, right?
For the apple item.
Can you watch your hair so it doesn't touch the microphone? Just like sit straight.
I'm coming, wait.
Hoe heet het? Een potlood.
We've got 3 minutes left. Just gonna
Yes.
move that chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the apple. I totally forgot about the apple.
You have to. I can do my
And the
hair.
iPad as well.
But where are you from then, if I may ask?
From Turkey.
Turkey.
Yes, but I grew up in Germany and then also lived in America, but now I'm here.
Nice. Cool. Because everybody walks in school and you see, I've seen you a couple of times as well, but doesn't say that I know you.
No, that's like a very big school, so then
Yes.
you don't see each other.
We're like everywhere. Let's Twitter something.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mach auch Fotos. Mach auch Fotos. Mach auch Fotos von euch.
How left? Can you move a little bit to that side to me?
Don't kick me.
Okay, say stop.
Where are your feet?
And they're long. They're long.
Stop.
Yeah.
Should I move as well?
Is Benny phone? Safi guy?
Are you fine, Benny?
And someone's phone is on.
Someone's phone is on.
Yeah, on flight mode.
Okay,
Yeah?
2 minutes left. Is Benny okay where he's sitting? Someone close to you. Anne? Is Benny
No.
okay where he's sitting?
Hey, she's asking something.
Is Benny okay where he's sitting? What about... Can Vicky hear me?
Sign language?
Yeah? Yeah, she can hear you, but you don't... Hey, hello?
Test? Oh, did I put on?
Okay, so
Test,
other
test, yeah.
position's okay. Oh, they're sitting. Why is there an apple on the floor?
Yeah, that's for the apple item, that's what they told me. Why is there an apple on the floor? It's for the apple joke. That's for
The
fun.
item is also on the screens, right?
Sorry?
Het
Item?
item komt ook... want ik heb het item dus niet gezien, maar ik moet er iets over zeggen.
Oh, welk item ga je over praten?
Het eerste item.
Welk is het eerste
Need a
item?
bumper introduction?
Derdejaars.
Yes.
Print,
Otherwise, I said like the nose.
9.
Okay, great.
Now?
Yeah, thanks.
Half a minute left.
Okay, what's the name of the show again? Stenden Magazine, right? No, that's what I have to say because I was forced to.
8, 7, 6.
Hello, welcome back to today's Stenden TV Magazine. I'm OJ and I'm your host for today's show. Today we're going to talk about important topics that students might have to deal with during their everyday lives. This involves the Stenden third year students at the management program, the SAIF, and about the iPad. So I would like to welcome you, my first guests, Annalie and Benny. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
How are you? How was your week? I just saw when I walked through the Stenden University so many enthusiastic and positive students walking around, working on their last assignments to reach their deadlines. Do you also have these problems?
Yeah, I'm working on a big project,
Yes,
so
yes.
deadlines.
I'm
Yeah.
currently doing IBC, so no module assignments.
No module assignments? Yeah, I was just so walking around and everyone was so stressed, so I just tried to make them positive as well, but it didn't work out. But before I come back to you, I would like to introduce my first item. It's about the incredible 30 years, so let's take a look.
Hello and good day from Stenden University. Behind me you can see the Learning Company, the main source for the AdMem. AdMem is a magazine for and from students. Let's have a look. Come inside. And this is where the magic happens. Here you can see busy first-year students working on the AdMem. They're writing articles, create layouts and modify their own pictures for the upcoming issue. And this is not as easy as it seems to be. In most cases, students don't have any prior knowledge about the print sector. That's why problems can occur. They feel helpless when they can't find the right tool in InDesign, miss inspiration for the articles, or simply need tips for their layout. What would you do in her case?
I would ask my fellow students or maybe ask the third year students for help.
I would probably ask one of the tutors first, and then afterwards, if he can't help me or they're not there, I would look on YouTube.
I would ask the third-year managers.
I don't know, I think I would go to the third-year students.
Everyone seems to talk about these third years. But who are they? And what are they actually responsible for? So hi, you are the third years you hear so much about. So how has your day been?
Yeah, good. We just started, but yeah, so far so good.
So how did you prepare for this job?
Well, usually we look at the module book to see what the planning for the first years is, and we try to coach them to make sure they finish everything in time. And we start every day with a kickoff to discuss what has to be done and how the previous day has been going, and if there are any problems or so. So that's kind of what we do.
No trouble at all with the students?
No, I had one group that had some trouble within the group, but they fixed it right away. So they only grew and became a stronger group. So no real problems for us, no.
Hello, so we are focusing on the third years or the work of the third years today. Stan, I would like to know what you think about their commitment to the work.
Oh, I have four great ladies now, most of the time female managers, and they are really into the topic. Well, I have some ladies, I think they are going to work in the print sector.
So there are no extra work, no extra burden?
No, for me? No, I really need these ladies. They help me because I'm not here whole day, and they manage the groups and they help them with questions. So I really need these four ladies.
So they definitely meet your expectations?
They definitely do, yes.
I think we gained a great insight into the work of the third-year managers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And let's go back to the studio.
Wow, the holy third-year management students sounds like they're irreplaceable. I'm having Annalie next to me sitting. How are you, Annalie? You are a third-year MEM student?
Yeah.
And you are managing the print sector, right?
That's correct.
So what do you think about the statements we just saw in the item?
Yeah, Marijke can't work without us. No,
Yes.
we're just managing all the small groups and
Yes.
it's going very well. So.
Have you ever had a bad experience with the first-year students while working with them?
No, they're all hardworking and doing
Seriously,
their
you
best.
can just tell the truth.
Yeah, no, well, they're all watching now,
Yes.
so no, I really have no bad experience.
Yeah, what would you like to say? Like, how did they work out in the teams, and do you have like an advice for them to work better in groups in the future?
Discuss within your group, like how is everything going, and yeah, if there are problems, just discuss it and don't just discuss it with others, but discuss it within your group.
So what kind of attitude or skill do you actually think you need to have in order to improve and manage the first-year students as a third-year manager?
Yeah, be relaxed.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, and accept that they're all big smokers and stuff.
Yeah. Do you have another example where you actually had to be relaxed when something happened with them?
Well, for example, yesterday there was one student who was a bit disappointed in another student, and there was like some tension within the group. So yeah, be relaxed and then just try to get them to talk about it, and don't solve the problem yourself, but let them solve and guide them to solve it.
According to your self-improvement, what skill did you gain during the experience you had with first-year students for your potential and future career? So what do you think that you actually used during this time in order to be successful in the future?
Well, I think most of it was like time management and when are people doing things and planning and how's everything working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you were walking to the learning company where all the apples are standing, what do you think? Like how is the work environment there?
I see a lot of groups working together, and that's fun. There's not one guy sitting behind the computer and then does his work, but most of the time there are 2 or 3 people close by and they are talking and brainstorming.
Yes.
So one time I walked in and I heard those conversations, so I think they actually indeed talk.
Yeah.
And so that's fun.
Nice. But thank you very much. We have to go to our next item. For the next item, our reporter had to travel all the way to the Dutch capital city, Amsterdam. One of the world's biggest companies recently opened a stunning new store there called the Apple Store. Besides that, they launched a new product as well, the new iPad. So let's take a look.
Hello everyone, this is Niels, and as you can see I'm on the train station of Leeuwarden, and we'll be traveling to Amsterdam to find out more about the new Apple Store and to find out more about the new iPad that has been released a few weeks ago. Apple has 362 retail stores. Amsterdam has Europe's largest Apple Store, and it's the only one in the Benelux. The Genius Bar is the biggest in the world. It's 20 meters. They have around 300 employees now, but they are planning to get over 1,000. Last year, Apple sold 172 million post-PC devices, which means that their revenue was 76%. 15.4 million iPads were sold in the last quarter alone. That's more than any other PC producer like Acer or Sony has sold since their creation. When the Apple Store opened, there were over 1,500 people that couldn't wait to get in. I'm now following the tracks where the people stood since the Apple Store opened. The new iPad has several different features. I don't know all of them, but I do know it's revolutionary. Let's go to the experts and find out more about this new iPad. The new iPad has a beautiful non-fingerprint leaving screen with amazing improvements over the most fundamental features whilst keeping the features that were original intact. We asked a few people about their thoughts on the new iPad.
I don't have an iPad and I don't want to buy one, so...
And could you explain to me why not?
I think it's too expensive for what you get for the price. It's more design thing or lifestyle.
Apple lover or Apple hater?
I'm an Apple lover. Except from the company's politics, I like the products and I like how they work and how to use them.
Do you like Apple or don't you like Apple?
I like apples.
Well, first question, do you have any Apple products yourself?
Yes, I have an iPod and an iPad.
What made you buy an iPad?
Most of my friends had it, and I saw it by my friend's place, and I thought, well, it's pretty cool, and then my parents gave it to me for my birthday.
Oh, that's a nice gift. What do you do most with it?
Listen to music, and I don't know, maybe play some games with apps.
And have you heard about the new Apple Store here in Amsterdam?
No, I'm not from here.
Oh, okay. Have any Apple products?
I have an iMac and an iPad.
And I have a MacBook and an iPhone.
In the U.S., in the school system, they said that PCs were the way to go, and we had a PC through Rachel's elementary years. And when it was time to upgrade, Ray got the MacBook, and I sat on her bed with her one day, and it just made sense. It was perfect sense.
Wow, that was a very exciting item. But first of all, I'd like to welcome a new guest. It's Gerard. Nice to have you here, Gerard. So, first of all, who doesn't love apples, right? So, You are an Apple lover, I guess, and
Yes, I
you
am.
also have an iPad.
Yes, I do.
Yes, so as we saw in the item, the new Apple store in Amsterdam opened. Do you think that it's going to be successful?
Well, I obviously think so. I mean, in today's world, new media products it's starting to become very important in today's world. A lot of people use them, and
Yes.
it's becoming the norm.
Yes.
You don't see people reading books anymore. You see them reading books on the iPad.
What is actually the key point of the new iPad that the people get attracted to buy this product?
I think it's the diversity. I mean, obviously, with the new product, it's a lot more powerful. You can do a lot more with it. The visuals are a lot more appealing. So, all in all, it's just a product that everyone can use, and because it's so small and so functional, you can just use it for whatever you need.
Yes. As you mentioned, you already have an Apple product. Do you have what kind of other products of Apple do you have? Or
I used to have an iPhone, but I recently had to get rid of that one.
Yes. And how is the use with the iPad? Like, do you get used to this?
Yeah, man. I think with the touchscreen, it's very functional. It's very easy to use. So it's not rocket science.
Yes.
It's pretty plug and play, really. You just open it up, start it up, and it's.
That's right. Because when I saw the keynote of the new manager of Apple, I was just thinking, wow, this is like the best product I've ever seen. Can it get actually better? Like, how can iPad 4 look like? What do you think?
I think it will always get better.
Yeah.
I mean, with technology, increasing, you'll have it get smaller, then a more functional, maybe even having, inputs.
Yes.
So you can add more to it.
As you also mentioned, like for instance, we have an iPad here. I don't need a manual to read. I can just use it. It's like it's made for children, kind of.
Exactly.
Everyone can use this.
It's incredibly functional.
Yes. And what do you think about the iPad? Do you also have like one of Apple's products?
I have one, and it works great. It's just easy to read. It's easy to watch a movie when you're in the train. So yeah, I think it's a nice add-on for if you're a lot on your way. Yeah.
On the way, and also when you do business or something for the university, like what are the main focuses you use these applications for?
At Stenden, actually use it a lot for taking notes.
Yes.
You can type. You can. Slide with your finger, you can draw something, so I think it's nice. Yeah.
Yes, great, thank you very much. And now we are coming to the next item. It's about also the SIFE program, and we will also discuss what is actually SIFE, and have you ever wondered what the language village is? So let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Amir. Today we are in Stenden University asking different students about their different opinions and what do they know about the organization SIFE. So here we have a student. What do you know about SIFE?
SIFE is a non-profit organization specialized in charity work. And I really don't know much about them, but I'd like to learn more.
Yeah, I heard it's a non-profit organization, but I don't know anything else.
No, I've never heard of it. Not yet. But I really would like to hear it, though.
I've never heard of it. What is it? I really don't know.
Today we are standing in front of the SIFE office in Stenden University. You are wondering what SIFE is? Well, let me tell you. SIFE stands for Students in Free Enterprise. SIFE is a non-profit organization focusing mainly on charity programs, currently operating more than 4 projects. How can this be of help to students? Let's move into the office and see what's happening. Hi, now we are in the SIFE office and we have 2 members. We have Carla, the marketing manager, and here we have Marina, the fundraising and event manager. So, Marina, can you tell us more and explain to us more about SIFE?
Yes, of course. SIFE stands for Students in Free Enterprise. It's about business and leadership skills applied to some projects that are there to improve the world. Basically, we are combining what we are passionate about to turn it into something that changes the lives of people in need.
Oh, that's interesting. And Carla, could you tell us more about the current running projects?
Yes, we have 6 running projects for now. And one of them is Language Village, where we are trying to help secondary children to learn English. As we have the ability to speak English, we would like to give that to other people.
That's really nice. And Marina, Could you tell us more about the benefits for students who want to join SAIF?
Yeah, sure. Well, the first and most obvious benefit is that everyone has a passion, and SAIF is the best place to turn that into action. That is where whatever that drives you, whatever you are best at, you can share it with the world. And what we take for granted most of the time is a miracle for those in need. So that's what we do on a daily basis.
I really like it. Could you tell us, can you tell the students how they can join SAIF? Are there any requirements to join?
Actually, everyone who has a heart to help other people in need can drop by here in our office or through the social media, Facebook and the website.
Thank you very much, both of you, for your time. And as you heard, you can join. Just drop by the office and go online and visit to know more about SAIF. So feel free, and they are waiting for you. So, now you saw what SAIF is and what it stands for. Their main standard is give a man a fish he eats for one day. Teach a man how to fish he'll eat for the rest of his life. Would you like to make some good deeds and help people? Well, SAIF gives you the opportunity. Don't miss the chance.
Nice. Now we got a little insight and a general idea about SAIF. As we heard, SAIF is a non-profit organization run by students, and one of the team members is joining me today. His name is Benny. I'd like to welcome Benny. Hey.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Good.
Nice. So you are part of the team members of SAIF. So what is your role in SAIF, and why did you join the SAIF program?
My role is team captain, and I actually started this module.
Yes.
And actually the fact why I started was because last year I got inspired.
Yeah.
I was part of the presenters team, and yeah, I love the philosophy of head for business and a heart for the world.
Oh, nice.
And you can actually use your passion, put it into a project, and teach other people something while you're learning.
So how long have you been at SAIF already?
I've been in SAIF for half a year. Last year a couple of months, this year a couple of months, so half a year.
So could you tell us something about the story of SAIF? How did it develop until we got it until now?
A team of enthusiastic people actually started in 2003. Then it was called CHN SAIF. In 2008 it got to Stenden SAIF because of the merge with CHN and Drenthe Hogeschool.
Yes.
And yeah, from there actually it worked on. In 2005, 6 and 7 they actually got a couple of awards for the national competition.
Congratulations, by the way.
So that's nice. After that it was kind of quiet, and we're actually with the current team trying to put the fire on again and get the spirit going.
But in order to keep SAIF sustainable, you have to have team members. So how many team members do you already have?
We have around 30 team members now. We started off with actually 5 from the previous team. So
yes.
It was small, and actually this team, as I said, they put the fire on again and show that SAIF is still around.
So what opportunities does SAIF have for its members and the students among them?
I think the best thing is that you can put your passion into, as also in the video was seen.
Yes.
You can use your passion, you can put it into a project. Yeah. You will learn something, you will help people, and I think the gratitude you get from those people is actually the best benefit.
Yeah.
And if you need a study point, you can get it at SAIF, but that's we're actually looking for people that, that want to do something with passion.
Nice, that's good. Have you ever heard something about SAIF, Gerard, before?
I have heard of it, but this is more informative for me.
Yes.
So it's actually.
It's always sometimes when you walk into the study landscape on the first floor, you see the SAIF logo, but you never stop and look at the announcements. But now I will actually do. But how do you attract like new members? What do you use like kind of marketing projects?
I think the most people know SAIF because of the Chinese course Confucius. Yeah. So that's a lot of people talking about it. And next to that, we actually tried to do some presentations. So first year students got a lot of information from us.
Yes.
And other ways are the posters and flyers we share.
Also, the Chinese course is really professional. When I talk to SAIF members and people who joined the Dutch course, they just said that they learned so many things. When I think of learning Chinese, it might be very difficult for me to learn, but SAIF organized in a great way to even promote it and do this Chinese course.
That's the feedback we got back from people. 9 weeks Chinese course, doing something. I think next module in week 1 we already start with a new one.
Yes.
So yeah, it's fun. That's what I hear from people. I learn something because it's fun and
you also meet new people as well. So thank you very much for joining me, Gerard and Benny. But it's time to take a break. We will be right back after the commercial break, but after then we will discuss topics like the bike program here in the Netherlands for international students, the fashion exhibition at the Groningen Museum, and we will talk about the new movie, The Hunger Games. So see you right back after the commercial break.
Do you like it? Seriously?
Do we have any visitors, viewership rates already? Like 2 people or
Two.
this time 3 people? Like last time there were just 2 people
Last
watching.
time we're like 10, 11? Yeah.
Wow.
Online.
Online,
Yeah.
wow.
Including me, so like 10.
Hey, I can't come, I'm broke.
Just get a job.
Welcome back to Stenden Magazine, and I'd like to welcome you, our new guests. We will talk about the Hunger Games, the biking course for international students, and the incredible fashion exhibition at the Groningen Museum. So let's say hello to Marjolein, Yoni, and Alejandra. Welcome to the Stenden Magazine show. How are you?
We're great.
Yes, it was a very amazing week this time, and I hope that you also enjoyed the weather, which was actually very rainy, but today it's getting better.
Yeah.
So after the show, we have to go out and then just rock the show outside. So before we discuss our topics, I'd like to introduce you my first item. It's about the international cycling talents, so let's have a look. It's about it.
The Dutch people and their bicycles, they're never really far away from each other. With 19 million bicycles, we have the highest bike density in the world. To people who are born and raised here, cycling comes natural. However, that doesn't count for everyone who lives here. International students are often not used to riding bikes. When they step on the bike, this doesn't always go very smooth, and staying on the path is not as easy as it looks. But the hardest part is paying attention to other traffic. To help international students in Groningen to fully integrate into the cycling culture, they are now offered the chance to participate in a new biking course. We had an interview with Martijn de Ruiter, Integration Coordinator at Erasmus Student Network Groningen and responsible for the implementation of the biking program.
Starting next semester, ISN Groningen is going to offer a bicycle course to new international students here in the city of Groningen. Mainly because they are a real threat to themselves on the road and also to other traffic in Groningen. Like city buses never know how to react to these people who really don't know how to bike. So what we're going to do is a 2-hour course for international students, 1 hour of theory, very basic theory like traffic rules and that kind of stuff, and 1 hour of practice in the town itself.
Why did ESN came up with a program?
Mainly because at the start of the year we have a get to know each other round with all the international offices of the University of Groningen, and a couple of those offices actually offered the same suggestion, like maybe you guys can look into the bicycle problem this year. So after a couple of months there was an accident with a student from Kazakhstan. He got run over by a bus and was in the hospital for a couple of months. So afterwards we thought, yeah, maybe we should actually do something with this.
We asked several students what they think of the international students in the Dutch traffic, about their own skills on a bike and whether they like the idea for the biking program.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be a very good idea. Help people learn how to ride on the other side of the road here.
Yeah, probably it's a good idea, and then they feel more comfortable and maybe there will be less accidents.
Het valt wel op dat de buitenlandse studenten wat meer moeite hebben met het gedragen in het verkeer als de originele Nederlanders.
I think it's a good idea, but especially if we can focus on the rules of traffic.
So most international students think that they are quite capable, but are they really? We asked them some questions from the Dutch theoretical traffic exam that is taken at primary schools.
Bus, I think.
Bus.
Bike.
Bus or bike?
Bike.
I think bus.
I would say the bikers need to be aware of the transporter.
This area can parking bicycle.
It means fietspad.
So there is room to improve skills and knowledge of the international students we talk to. Maybe until they had their biking course, the safest thing for them to do might be to just take the backseat of an experienced Dutch cyclist.
So it seems like that riding a bike is very difficult, and with us now is Marjolein van Eyck. She's the project coordinator of the Institute for Improvement for Traffic Education, and together with the Erasmus Students Network, this institute will organize the biking program in Groningen. So Marjolein, welcome to our broadcast.
Thank you.
We're really happy to have you here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, and as we saw on the item, the biking courses are offered in Groningen, but do you also consider to take Leeuwarden as one of the destinations to offer this course?
Yes, we will. When Groningen started to contact us, we said we're going to try it in Leeuwarden too.
Yes.
And so far we have contact with Erasmus Student Network here also, but I wish to make it broader because also I want to have a lot of students from Stenden.
Yes. So are there any costs bound in this project? Like if I want to learn how to ride the bike safely on the road, do I have to pay anything for that?
No, the project will be paid by the government, and therefore it will be free for the students. We offer in fact two things. One is a traffic information, so to know about the Dutch rules and everything around it, and also you can learn how to cycle. It's two different things.
Yes, as we also saw in the item, Martin was talking about the about starting with the theory and then about the practice. So it's like the driving school. How do you actually cooperate this with the students? How do they work with that?
Well, I think we're gonna try as a pilot in September.
Yes.
My idea is we give 1 hour theory. Then next hour we will take a trip through the center and we'll take the key points of the city.
Yes.
And if there are students who really can't cycle, I wish to also teach them how to cycle, but this needs more than 1 hour.
Yes.
Sure.
So what advice would you give international students to take this course or not? So, because when I talk to international students, they think, yeah, we're so good in riding bikes, we're not like children. But what advice would you give them?
That's why I said it's not just driving a bicycle, it's to get to know the Dutch traffic, all the rules, all the problems with it, and also to teach them the key points in the center. So it's also introduction to the city.
Have you ever had problems with riding a bike?
No, I'm not, because I think because I grew up here, you just get used to it because you are bicycling from a young age already.
Yeah, especially Dutch people do not have that many difficulties with riding a bike or taking the rules itself because you just grew up with it.
Yes, and we have also a traffic exam when you're like 10, 12 years old, so I think that contributes to it as well.
So do you also get a driver's license afterwards, maybe?
Not a real license, but you get a lot of experience, and I think it's nice. And even for the Dutch, unfortunately, there is still a lot of accident with the bicycles. So we would like to do it for everyone.
Yes, thank you very much. That's actually, I think, enough to feel safe on the bikes. Thank you, Caroline, for being here. But our next item concerns a young Dutch fashion designer called Iris van Herpen. She only graduated 6 years ago, but has already won a lot of well-acknowledged prizes, such as the Dutch Fashion Award, because of her original style and techniques. Celebrities such as Lady Gaga are big fans of her. As a result of her hard work, the Groningen Museum opened an exhibition to show a collection of her dresses. So let's take a look.
Have you always been wondering who designs those crazy dresses that Lady Gaga is wearing? Well, I found someone who does. My name is Sari and today we are standing in front of the Groningen Museum where Iris van Herpen, her exposition just opened last week. We are going to take a look inside to see what is so special about the dresses that they deserve a place in the museum. Why did the Groningen Museum get this collection to the Groningen here?
We chose this collection of Iris van Herpen because she's very talented designer, and she's also very young. She's only 27 years old, but she has already a big career. She has won different prizes, and yeah, she's a big talent, and she makes extraordinary things.
So what makes her design so unique? What is special about her?
Because she makes a combination of traditional craftsmanship and very new techniques, like, for example, 3D printing.
We're standing now next to the Refinery Smoke collection. Could you tell us a bit more about this?
The idea behind this collection is the idea of smoke. Smoke can be beautiful, it has its really own character, you cannot control it, but it's also very toxic. So this idea inspired Iris van Herpen to make this collection.
The exposition has been visited by many people already. What do they think about it? What do you think of this collection so far?
Stunning. Iris van Herpen uses materials that are, as far as I know, unknown in fashion world. All kind of fabric, metal, gauze, umbrella, ballets, and so on. It's stunning.
Vera, welcome.
Hi. Hi.
What do you think of this collection so far?
Really nice. We have only seen half of it, but so far it's really cool. Yes, I agree. It's beautiful.
What is your favorite piece so far?
I think the transparent one in the beginning, the plastic one. Yes, and the knitted pieces were also very nice. So all the, I don't know, 3D special techniques and stuff were very nice. Printed one.
Well, I am definitely impressed by your work, and I hope you are as well. If you are a young fashion talent yourself and want to gain fame, the museum currently signed out a competition for young fashion talents. The grand prize is a winning showcase in the museum of your work. That's it for today. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Unfortunately, I'm not a fashion designer myself, but if you think you have that what it takes to become a fashion designer, you can send your designs to the Groningen Museum until 5th of May, and you might win the prize. So next to me, Yoni is sitting. She's a first-year MEM student. And I'd like to welcome you to our show.
Thank you.
So what is your connection with fashion, especially after we showed the item? What do you think about the dresses we saw?
Yeah, I think dresses are just beautiful. I think fashion, yeah, it's just a great way to express yourself. In this case,
yes.
Iris can express herself greatly through her designs.
Are you also a fashion designer, or would you like to contribute something to the Museum of Groningen?
No, I'm not a designer, but I always had an interest in fashion. I really like to see television shows about it or fashion blogs.
Yes. Some of the dresses we just saw are printed with a 3D printer. I'm pretty sure we will hear a lot more about the 3D printing system in the future. But what do you think about this, to print your dresses at home?
Yeah, I heard from it, the 3D printing, a few years ago in a Dutch TV show.
Yes.
But I didn't know about the opportunities, so you can really print your dress. That's just amazing. And I think it's great that she makes use of these techniques.
Yeah. And Iris is just 27 years old.
Yeah.
And already Lady Gaga is taking her dresses on show and on stage. So what do you think of that? About the success that she gained and improved?
It's, of course, it's great that she's so successful at a young age, but also, yeah, Lady Gaga, she's known for her fashion statement, so it's, yeah, great for her promotion as well.
Yes. Like, would you wear these dresses on the daily walk in Leeuwarden? I mean, I couldn't see anyone to wear these dresses.
Yeah, I like them. They seem really beautiful, but I wouldn't put in it. No, no way.
Besides of the glances and eyes that people would look at you and say,
They're
wow.
so weird,
But then you just have to say, it's just me. I'm just wearing what I like, so I don't care what others say.
Yeah.
So, what did you think? Did you see the Groningen exhibition?
No,
already?
I didn't see it. I just see some picture from it now, but I think it's very nice dresses for show.
Yes. I'm also very interested in this fashion designing thing. Maybe I will also visit the Groninger exhibition to maybe see an insight and get an insight into fashion design.
Yeah, you really should. It's a great exhibition, and you really gain knowledge on fashion and on her personal style, so it's great to see.
Yes, and also because fashion is getting more and more popular, also in the media studies, because you have to know how to market it and also design advertisement to do that. Great, but we have to come to our next item, and it's about the Hunger Games, and we will see. Let's take a look.
The movie The Hunger Games is based on a series of books by Suzanne Collins, first published in 2008. The books are increasingly popular, not only among children, but also among young adults. Now the first book has been turned into a movie, which promises to be a huge success. Set in a future where the capital selects a boy and a girl from the 12 districts to fight for death on live television, 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen volunteers to take her younger sister's place for the latest match. Together with a boy from a district, Peter Malark, she forms an alliance and tries to prepare as well as possible. Then Peter confesses his feelings for Katniss, and the games begin. May the odds be ever in your favor. Have you seen the movie The Hunger Games?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it, and why?
I definitely liked the movie. It had a whole story in it, and just the makeup, the costumes, the filming, it was amazing.
It sounds like a nice and adventurous story, and I heard it's gonna be a big thing like Twilight movie, so I thought maybe I could watch it.
The book is better than the movie, but yeah, I like the movie as well.
So I like the book better because you have more details and things are described more, like the relationship between Katniss and Peeta. And in the movie they cut out some stuff that I thought was important.
I like the book better because when you read books, your imagination is much freer, and you can design the characters yourself a little.
It has more details. It's been told from Katniss' perspective. You get to know the characters better.
I was a bit suspicious that it would be not as good as the book was, but I thought it was really good.
So I think it's a good read for everyone who likes a good story.
Sarah, what do you think? Is The Hunger Games becoming a really big phenomenon like Harry Potter?
No, I don't think it would be that big as Harry Potter.
Are the tickets selling well?
They are selling well, but not so much as Harry Potter did.
Did you notice whether the sales of the books have increased after the movie has been released?
They have increased very much. As you can see over here, there is an empty spot that used to be a pile of books of the Hunger Games. They're all sold out. So we're expecting new stock tomorrow. The movie has hardly been in the cinema for a week, and it has been increased very much.
So, from what we just saw, we can tell that the Hunger Games are becoming increasingly popular, but we still have to wait if the movies really have the potential to be the next Harry Potter, a really big thing. Back to the studio.
That was a very exciting item, and talking about the Hunger Games, I just saw yesterday a newspaper article that thousands of young people were just waiting outside the Kodak Theater in Los Angeles just to get in there. And as we saw in the item, some people thought and actually think that it's going to become the new hype with the Hunger Games, like Harry Potter and the Twilight movies. And to talk about that, I have Alejandra sitting here. So that's a book of the Hunger Games. What do you actually think? Is it also going to be that successful like the Twilight or Harry Potter movies?
Well, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I really like the book. I really like the Hunger Games. I read the first one. I watched the movie and I really like it. It has a huge fan base, but I think it's going to be a huge thing.
Yes. Some people said in the item that the book is actually a lot better than the movie. What do you think?
That's true. I like the book better than the movie.
Yes.
It has more details. It's told by Katniss' perspective, so you get to know the characters better, and you get to know how to deal with all these things that is happening in the book. So I really like it.
So they wrote 3 books, right? What do you actually expect of the second movie?
The second movie, I expect more. I expect them to explain more the relationship between Katniss and Peeta, probably between Gale and Katniss too, like the love triangle, and yeah, more excitement and more fighting scenes and stuff like that.
So what would you recommend new fans to read the book first and then visit the movie, or the other way around?
Yeah, I would say read the book first and then watch the movie.
So as we see on the back, these are the 3 main characters, I guess. So it's Peter, Katniss, and
Gale.
Gale. So I guess the 2 guys are just trying to get the girl.
To get the girl, yeah, exactly.
So it's like in the Twilight. Are there also like 2 teams, like Team Gale and Team Peeta?
I think there are 2 teams, yeah.
Yes.
I'm
so
not sure
what
though.
team do you think you will join?
I'm Team Katniss. I don't really see a relationship.
Oh, you're just taking the girl now?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay. So what is actually the relation between these? Like, how do they meet, or what happens?
Well, a relationship between Katniss and Peeta, they meet in this whole competition.
Yes.
And the relationship between Gale and Katniss, they are like best friends from childhood. And
yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this movie before?
No. I didn't see it.
No.
I heard of it, of course, but maybe I will see it because it's so popular now.
Yeah, now because of the advertisement and all the people are talking
Everybody's
about it,
saying,
you're
oh,
like
it's so
forced
good.
to watch it and see it. But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But what do you actually think? That they did a good job with
I think
the
they
movie?
did a pretty good
like,
job.
How was
like,
it produced? Was it professionally
Yeah,
produced?
producing a movie based on a book, it's pretty difficult, but I think they did a pretty good job.
Yes. What do you like the most in the story of The Hunger Games?
What I liked the most was, I think Katniss' character is very, you can feel identified with this character.
Yes.
She's so brave and so, she cares about her family.
Yes. Is there like a story that relates to it, or is it like completely something new?
It's fiction, it's all fiction, yeah.
So it's based in the future?
Yeah.
So why is every book like based on the future? It's like, is it a good or awful future?
Is it an awful future? Yeah.
Like all the movies that are produced, they always show an awful future.
Yeah.
Is there not even one movie that shows a great future?
Well, I, Robot, right? That's a good movie with a good future.
Yeah, nice. Thank you very much, Yoni, Alejandra, and Marjolein for being here. That was also, now it's the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching Stenden TV Magazine. It's also my last show, and I had a really good time. I'd like to thank all of the team members, and all the people who made this show successful. So furthermore, take care of you, and I see you maybe next time at Stenden TV Magazine when I'm back. So have a great time, enjoy the weather, and see ya. Bye.